Hi guys, it's Allison, the Holistic Homesteader. I'm here today to show you how I smoke a whole chicken. Here is our smoker. I plugged it in. I'm going to show you how I get it set up. This is very simple. This is the way that I do it. I don't know if it's right or it's wrong. This is just what I do. So this is what's going to collect all of the juices from my chicken. My chicken is going to set right here directly on the grate. I just move all my other grates, my trays, I just move them up to the very top because I usually only do one thing at a time. If I needed more, I'd use more, obviously. But for just one chicken, I only need one tray. So this is going to catch all of the juice. I have it really wrapped in aluminum foil because I'll tell you what, it's so much easier to clean. So we got our tray to collect juice, and then I also cover this pan here on the bottom. I don't change this out every time. You can tell it's dirty, but that's just gonna catch anything that this doesn't. And then as for the rest, I don't clean the rest. I'm not real finicky like that. This is a smoker. Let it do its job. All of these, it's gonna just give it flavor, right? Am I right? All right, so let's close this up. This has this little latch. We're gonna turn it on. So it's 42 degrees in here. Bah-hur. All right, now I gotta set my temperature. We're gonna set it for 250 degrees. I have a 5.5 to 6 pound bird. That's one we grew ourselves. It's a Cornish cross meat bird, meat chicken. We grew it ourselves and we butchered it ourselves. I put it in a brine yesterday. Okay, there we go. All right, heaven's sakes. Now, the way that this Masterbuilt smoker works, you have to set the timer or it won't start heating up. So I'm gonna put this for 6 hours. And now this, there we go. And now the red light is on and that indicates, this means it's power, this means it's actually heating up. So for a 6 pound bird, you wanna cook it, smoke it for about 5 hours. And that'll be about 45 minutes per pound is what you wanna, at 250 degrees. That is the goal. All right, so I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna prep my bird, I'm gonna bring it back out, and I'm gonna show you the next step. I am getting my pickle brine chicken ready to smoke. Remember, you can take this and this pickle brine, it was a 1/4 cup pink Himalayan salt, dissolved into some hot water. Then I added in Clausen dill pickle juice. You can use any brand of pickle juice, dill pickle juice. And then I just filled that up with cold water and I added in my homegrown Cornish cross meat chicken that we grew. You can do this brine with a whole chicken. You can do pieces of chicken. You can do pork chops, pork loin, any kind of chicken or pork is amazing in this brine. So I let it brine for 24 to 48 hours. And from here, I'm gonna take it out of this pot. I'm gonna rinse it off. I'm gonna dry it off really good with paper towels. And then I'm just gonna make a very simple spice blend. All right, I'm gonna do probably a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, teaspoon of garlic powder, teaspoon of onion powder, probably a teaspoon of paprika, and maybe like 1/8 of a teaspoon of black pepper and a teaspoon of salt. Here's my spice blend so far. I have a teaspoon of garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, 1/8 of a teaspoon of pepper, a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, and I'm gonna just do a teaspoon of freshly ground salt in here. Just gonna use my fingers, I'm gonna roughly mix this up. Looks good to me. That paprika is gonna give this chicken like a really beautiful color. So what I'm gonna do from here is drizzle my chicken with just a tiny bit of avocado oil, just to help the spices stick and make it nice and crispy on the skin. I'm going to take my spice blend then, I'm gonna sprinkle it all over, rub inside this cavity, go up under the skin of the breasts, and I'm gonna put spices in there. You can literally just fish your hand. You might have to work a little bit, but you can fish your hand right up under the skin. You wanna season all of that. And then I'm gonna take it out to the smoker. There's my finished bird. It is not pretty, but it'll be delicious. So now I'm going to take it out to the smoker. So I showed you the inside of the smoker, but what I forgot to show you was this part. This is where the wood chips go in. Put your wood chips in here. I used hickory wood chips today. You put it in, it slides in, and then you give it a twist, and it dumps out. Of course, it's giving me trouble right now. That should go the whole way in. But what it does, I'll open this up. We got our smoke. See our smoke? Open this up. The wood chips go right down in there. They just dump right in, and then that's your heating element down there that heats up the wood chips. I wet my wood chips just a little bit. So there's the wood chips that we dump in. Those are hickory. I wet them just a little bit. Try not to burn myself. So my chicken is gonna go right in here on this rack. I'm just gonna let it go. My chicken's just sitting right on there, right over top of this basin to catch all the drippings. I'm gonna shut it. I'm gonna lock it up. And then I'm gonna check it at 4:45. We will see you then. Here we are, everybody. Our chicken has been in at 250 degrees Fahrenheit for approximately 5 hours after a 2-day dill pickle brine and a spice rub on the skin. I'm gonna actually shut this off. I'm gonna unplug it over there, and I'm gonna pull the chicken out.
If you smell this right now, you would be in heaven.
What's it smell like?
Just goodness. I can't really describe it.
There, we got it. All right, now I'm just going to pull out this rack. Once this cools down, I'm gonna pull the rack out. It's gonna go in my dishwasher. I'm gonna pull out this catch pan, and I'm just gonna take the aluminum foil off, and I'll throw that away, and then I'm gonna re-foil it. And it's literally as easy as that. I'll put a new rack down here so that I'm ready to go for next time.